Morning. Morning. Welcome to the stream. Hello, DDD. Yeah, it's a nice oven. It's very big. We're called rosemary rock salt. That's our symbol there. Our logo, I guess you'd call it, symbol, whatever. Rosemary rock salt. I'm making bagels. Yeah, I'd probably could go up to 900 degrees. I think the highest we've ever taken is 800 though. I don't think you want to, there's no reason to go that high for what we're doing, so. If you had the oven at 900 degrees, you'd have a pretty burnt bagel, I would think. It's at 400 degrees right now. 385. I guess that's sort of an average though. It's more like 400 at the back and about 350 at the front. Yeah, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. I'm making Montreal style bagels. Canadian bagels. Best in the world. Yeah, the Montreal is known for bagels, but Vancouver is pretty decent too. We have our own tradition. Not as long as Montreal's tradition, but we sort of procured their tradition. So we're a little bit more expensive than that. This is Vancouver after all. It's $1.70 per bagel. I think it's $12.95 for a dozen. Yeah, that's one of the consequences of living in Vancouver. Everything's really expensive here. Ridiculously expensive. Oh, you think that's cheap? Well, I think they sell, if you go to Montreal, you can get them a lot cheaper there. Yeah, we sell, I think they're $1.70. But I think in Montreal they sell them for $1 a bagel. I think you can get a dozen for $8 in Montreal. Montreal is a little bit less expensive than Vancouver, though. Sorry, I didn't understand that question. Oh yeah, we have smoked salmon. We have lox. We do lox and cream cheese with capers and red onions. That's one of my favorites. Yeah, we do egg sandwiches. We also have smoked Montreal smoked meat. Yeah, it's pretty to die for. I don't eat a lot of red meat, but I like our turkey sandwich. I eat egg quite a bit. I love lox. Salmon's my favorite thing. My favorite though is a cinnamon bagel with peanut butter and jam. PB&J. Cinnamon with PB&J. It's my favorite. Yeah, cinnamon's my favorite. Oh, I lost my name tag. Oh, there it is. It's on backwards. I think it went through the wash though. It doesn't have my name on it. Got washed off. Last time I was on here, I was getting trolled pretty hard by some by some alpha boy. Kept on calling himself an alpha man or something. I can fit 4 batches in the oven. And each batch is 30 bagels, so that's 120 bagels in the oven. I can fit 120 bagels in the oven. But I always have something going in the pot, so I potentially could have 150 bagels on the go at once. I bake about 1,000 a day, depending on how busy we are. We've been having a fairly busy week. Yeah, I bake about, on a slower day, I bake about 700 to 800 bagels. On a busier day, it's 1,000 to 1,200, I guess. Around there. Nice. Well, thanks for not trolling me. I don't like being trolled very much. It's not very fun. I don't think anybody likes being trolled. I don't know why. I don't know why trolls do it, really. It's not do unto others as others do unto you, right? Right? That still stands, doesn't it? Do unto others as others do unto you. I would never troll somebody, so why would they troll me? That's my question. Do unto others as others do unto you. That doesn't always work, obviously. It's not the best commandment. I don't know if it's a commandment, but golden rule. Is that the golden rule? For hell. No, I think hell would be hotter than this. I don't know. The temperature of hell is 666 degrees Fahrenheit. Don't you know? You wouldn't want to bake a bagel at that temperature, though. Yeah, we can bake, probably bake pizza in there. We used to bake arugula, which is like a pastry with cream cheese mixed into the dough. We're working on bringing back some other products. So. But right now, we're just baked bagels in the oven right now. Yeah, arugula. I don't. It's spelled R-U-G-E-L-A-C-H. R-U-G-E-L-A-C-H. Arugula. It's a weird word. I don't know. I think it's a Jewish thing. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it would make sense if it was a Jewish thing. We're making bagels. Arugula. It was a really sweet, rich pastry. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, this is one of my favorite, the cinnamon, or not cinnamon, these are sesame bagels. My second favorite bagel of all. I like cinnamon better than these though. Oh, these like pastry. I mean, arugula, I don't, yeah, arugula is like the pastry that I'm talking about. I don't know about that. Just doing some reshaping here, making them nice and circular, bagel shaped. Ugh. Am I part of a conspiracy? I don't know. If you think that the living on a round Earth is a conspiracy theory, then yes, I guess I am part of the conspiracy theory, because I do believe that we live on a round Earth. So I guess I am part of that conspiracy theory. I definitely don't think we live on a flat Earth, so yes, I am part of the conspiracy theory. I don't believe in a flat Earth. Oh yeah, socialized medicine's the best. You should, you guys should try it out. It's pretty nice, actually. Most developed countries have figured it out that it's a good thing to have, right? There's no reason that a rich country can't take care of the rich and the vulnerable, right? Hooray for socialized medicine. You guys should give it a try. Yeah. There's no going back. Once you have universal health care, it's hard going. Why would you want to go back, right? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why. It's sad that you guys don't have it. Like, I mean, you have lots of poor, vulnerable, unhealthy people, and they need health care too, right? So. Our system isn't perfect, but it's better than most. Yeah, I think Canada has a few things right going on. We're a pretty democratic, we're a democratic country. It's a good thing to be. It's how the whole world should be, and it's sad that the world has not, established democracy globally. It'd be nice to see that happen in our lifetime, though. We could do better. We're not, we consume a lot up here. We're not a very energy efficient country. And our government needs to be making more of an investment in renewable energy, I think. Well, hopefully not. Hopefully I don't let the, people dump battery acid in. Hopefully we figured it out that that's not good for anybody. Nice. I've been to a few places. I've been to Mexico, U.S. Yeah. Fortunately, Vancouver has pretty clean air. Like we had when we're not having wildfires in the interior, we have pretty clean air. Here on the coast, left coast. I need a new mahogany peel. That one's getting pretty worn out. Oh yeah? Yeah, this is a pretty unique form of baking. It's very traditional kind of style, I guess. Yeah, they're mahogany, yeah. There's only one batch in the oven now. I'm going to take one out of the pot. So pretty soon there'll be 60. There's 30 in there now, and there's going to be 60 pretty soon. Can you make? Yeah, you can make bacon. Yeah, sure. Why not? I'm middle-aged. I have at least 20 years in me. I don't know, I don't know if I'll always be interested in doing this, but I'm here now. Like, what excites me about this job is not just the baking; it's an entrepreneurial pursuit, right? Like, this is a business. I feel I'm not just a baker. I'm a business person. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm here to create a brand. And establish a culture. Tongue slapping? What's that? Is that what you call my poetry? Tongue slapping? French toast bagels, yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, I see this as a career, but I don't see the baking as just the only thing I'm doing. I need to be a leader. I need to be a manager. I need to be able to get along with people because I work with a lot of different people. I mean, this is a career. Owning a business, running a business. Baking is just part of the business. It's not the whole thing. I get to, this is a growing company. I get to decide, I get to help make decisions about locations and what utensils we use and how we set up the kitchen and that kind of stuff. That's a career, making decisions about the future of a business. Of course, I see a future in this. I wouldn't be here if I didn't see a future in what I'm doing. I'm not that kind of person. I'm ambitious. Yeah, cleaning's not hard, not very easy, but yeah, we have a washer in the back. I clean the pot by hand though. Just take some elbow grease. So I got 30 bagels on the board, and I got 30 bagels in the oven, and I got 30 bagels in the pot. No, on a slow day about 700 to 800, twice, double what you say there. 700 or 800 bagels. On a busy day, we make about 1,000 to 1,200 bagels. At this location, we have another location. Our Main Street location makes a lot more than that, though. I don't know. I'm not really in touch with the financials. I know how much we make a day, but I don't really know the ups and downs like that. So yeah, about that. Yeah, 900 to 14, 50. Yeah, I know, probably 800 to 1,200 is a better range to say. This is expensive. Rent here is very, very expensive. And then there's lots of overhead. We have like, each store has about 10 employees per day. 10, yeah, 2 bakers, 4 or 5 artisans. Oh, more than that. You gotta be making more than that. That's what you might want to make in a month. Vancouver is expensive, man. You gotta be like, you gotta have a viable business that's generating cash, though. Yeah, and like this oven's probably really expensive to operate too. No, this isn't a cheap business to run. I'm sure it has very high overhead costs, but I'm not privy to those at this moment. I'm just senior baker. Oh, excuse me. It's a deal. Yeah, one day, I don't know, I'm not sure what their plan is. I'm not sure if they're going to franchise this place. Right now, it's just a chain. We have 5 stores. 2 on the North Shore, 2 in Vancouver, and 1 in Richmond right now. The artisan, they cut the bagels, bag the bagels, put the cream cheese on the bagels, make the sandwiches, clean, take customer orders, clean tables. They do a lot. They're just cashier type. Yeah. There's I know this. There's a whole restaurant out there in front of me here. There's about, I don't know, there's probably seating for about 15 to 20 people here, more than that. We also have we have a patio area. We're located right on Commercial Drive. And it's, this is a busy street here in Vancouver. Yeah, we get this is a good location. It has lots of seating, wide open kitchen area, lots of space here. Some of our other locations are a little bit tight. Nice. Yeah, you should come and visit. Come get a bagel. I'm not exactly sure where Toledo is, but yeah, probably about 13 hours, I guess. You're probably closer to Montreal, aren't you? You could just go to Montreal. I don't know where. I don't even know where. Ohio's like the Midwest, right? I don't know. Yeah, I would think so. At least 13 hours, I guess. I'm not exactly sure where Toledo is, so have to Google that. Oh, okay. Well, maybe it's fairly close then. Yeah, it's probably closer to Montreal, though. You could just go to Montreal or New York. New York has great bagels. I'm sure our bagels are close, though. Oh, thanks. Hamlin towns in Brunswick, my famous Hanover city. The river Weser deep and wide washes its wall on the southern side. A pleasanter spot you never spied. But when begins my ditty, almost 500 years ago, to see the townsfolk suffer so from vermin was a pity. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thanks. Cool. I like having more viewers. I'm glad you enjoy the stream. Thanks for watching. I try to stream most mornings. Some mornings I'm just not engaged enough to stream. We got 2 batches in the oven, 1 in the pot. Hamlin towns in Brunswick, my famous Hanover city. The river Weser deep and wide washes its wall on the southern side. A pleasanter spot you've never spied. But when begins my ditty, almost 500 years ago, to see the townsfolk suffer so from vermin was a pity. Rats, they fought the dogs and killed the cats and bit the babies in the cradles and ate the cheeses from the vats and licked the soup from the cook's own ladles, split open the kegs of salted sprats, made nests in the men's Sunday hats, and even spoiled the women's chats by drowning out their speaking with shrieking and squeaking in 50 different sharps and flats. At last the people in a body to the town hall came flocking. "'Tis clear," cried they, "our mayor is a naughty, and as for our corporation, shocking to think we buy gowns lined with ermine, for dolts who can't or won't determine what's best to rid us of our vermin. You hope because you're old and obese to find in the furry civic robes ease. Rouse up, sirs, give your brains a racking, to find the remedy we are lacking, or sure as fate will send you packing." At this, the mayor and corporation quaked for mighty consternation. An hour they sat in council. At length the mayor broke silence. "For I killed my Ermengarde cell. I wish I were a mile hence. It's easy to bid one rack one's brain. I'm sure my poor head aches again. I scratch it so, but all in vain. Oh, for a trap, a trap, a trap." Just as he said this, what should hap? At the chamber door but a gentle tap. "Bless us," cried the mayor, "what's that?" With the corporation as he sat, looking little through wondrous fat. Nor brighter were his eyes, nor moister than a too long opened oyster, save when at noon his paunch grew mutinous for a plate of turtle green and glutinous. Only a scraping of shoes on a mat, anything like the sound of a rat makes my heart go pit-a-pat. "Come in," cried the mayor, looking bigger, and in did come the strangest figure. His long queer coat from heel to head was half yellow and half red, and he himself was tall and thin, with sharp blue eyes, each like a pin, and light loose hair and swarthy skin, nor tuft of hair on cheek nor beard on chin, but lips where a smile went out and in. There was no guessing his kith or kin, and nobody could enough admire this tall man in his quaint attire. Quoth one, "It's as my great-grandsire, starting up at the trump of doom's tone, had walked this way from his painted tombstone." He advanced towards the council table, "And please, your honor," said he, "I am able, by means of secret charm, to draw all the creatures living beneath the sun, that crawl or swim or fly or run after me, so as you never saw." Oh no, it's like 303 lines long. So I lost my place. It's like 303 lines long. It's a long poem. Oh yeah, I love my work. I love it. It's awesome. I get to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and bake bagels for 8 hours. That doesn't make it sound very good, but it is. I love this job. It's great. It's an awesome job. Where was I? Into the street the piper stepped, smiling first a little smile, as if he knew what magic slept in his quiet pipe the while. Like a musical adept to blow his pipe, his lips he wrinkled, and green and blue his sharp eyes twinkled, like a candle flame where salt is sprinkled. And ere 3 shrill notes the piper uttered, you heard as if an army muttered, and a muttering grew to a grumbling, and a grumbling grew to a mighty rumbling, and out of houses came the rats tumbling, great rats, small rats, lean rats, brawny rats, brown rats, black rats, grey rats, tawny rats, grave old plotters, gay young friskers, fathers, mothers, uncles, cousins, cocking tails and pricking whiskers, families by tens and dozens, brothers, sisters, husbands, wives, followed the piper for their lives. From street to street he piped advancing, and step for step they followed dancing, until they came to the river Weser, wherein all plunged and perished, save one who stout as Julius Caesar, swam across and lived to carry, as he the manuscript he cherished, to Ratland home his commentary, which was, at first shrill notes of the pipe, I heard a sound as of scraping tripe, and putting apples wondrous ripe into the cider presses gripe, and moving away of pickle tub boards, and leaving a jar of conserve cupboards, and drawing the corks of trainall flasks, and breaking hoops of butter casks, and it seemed as if a voice, sweeter far than by harp or by psalteries breathed, called out, "Oh, rats, rejoice! The world is grown to a vast dry saltery, so munch on, crunch on, take your nunch on, breakfast, supper, dinner, lunch on, and just a bulky sugar punch on, already staved like a great sun shone, gracious scarce an inch before me, just as me thought it said come for me, I found the western rolled over me." You should have heard the Hamlin people ring the bells so they rocked the steeple. Go, cried the mayor, and get long poles, poke out the nests and block up the holes, consult with carpenters and builders, and leave in our town not even a trace of the rats, when suddenly up the face of the piper perked in the marketplace, and the first, if you please, my 1,000 guilders. 1,000 guilders! The mayor looked blue, so did the corporation too, for council dinners made rare havoc with claret, moselle, vin de grave, and half the money would replenish the cellar's biggest butt of Rhenish, to pay this sum to a wondering fellow, with gypsy coat of red and yellow. Besides, quoth the mayor with a knowing wink, our business was done at the river's brink. We saw with our eyes the vermin sink, and what's dead can't come to life, I think. So, friend, we're not friends to seek. So, friend, we're not folks to shrink from our duty of giving you something to drink, and a matter of money to put in your coat. But as for the guilders, what we spoke of them, as you well know, wasn't joke. Besides, your losses have made us thrifty. 1,000 guilders, come, take 50. The piper's face fell and he cried, no trifling, I can't wait beside. I promise a visit by dinner time, Baghdad, except the crime of the head cook's pottage. All he's rich in, for having left in the caliph's kitchen, of a nest of scorpions no survivor. With him I proved no bargain driver, with you don't think I'll bait a stiver. And folks who put me in a passion may find me pipe after another fashion. How, cried the mayor, do you think I brook, being worse treated than a cook, insulted by a rival, with idle pipe and vesture piebald. Threaten us, fellow, do your worst, blow your pipe there till you burst. Once more he stepped into the street, and to his lips again laid his long pipe, the smooth straight cane, and ere he blew 3 notes, such sweet soft notes as yet musicians cunning never gave the enraptured air. There was a rustling that seemed like a bustling of merry crowds adjusting and pitching and hustling, small feet clattering, wooden shoes clattering, little hands clapping, and little tongues chattering, and like foals in a farmyard where barley is scattering, out came the children running, all the little boys and girls, with rosy cheeks and flaxen curls, and sparkling eyes and teeth like pearls, tripping and skipping round merrily after, with wonderful music with shouting and laughter. The mayor was dumb and the council stood as if they're changed of blocks of wood, unable to move a step or cry, to the children merrily skipping by, could only follow with an eye that joyous crowd at the piper's back, and how the mayor was on the rack, and the wretched council's bosoms beat, as the piper turned from the high street, to where the Weser rolled its waters, right in the way of their sons and daughters, how he turned from south to west, and to Copperberg Hill his steps addressed, and after him the children pressed, great was the joy in every breast. He never crossed the mighty top, he's forced to let the piping drop, and we shall see our children stop. When lo, they reached the mountainside, a wondrous portal opened wide, as if a cavern was suddenly hollowed. The piper advanced and the children followed, and when all were in the very last, the door in the mountainside shut fast. Did I say all? No one was lame, and could not dance a whole of the way. And in after years, if you blame his sadness, he was used to say, as dull on our town with my playmates left, I can't forget that I am bereft of all the pleasant sights they see, which the piper also promised me. For he led us, he said, to a joyous land, joining the town in jest at hand. where waters gushed and fruit trees grew, and flowers put forth a fairer hue, and everything was strange and new. The sparrow was brighter than a peacock here, and their dogs outran our fellow deer, and honeybees had lost their stings, and horses were born with eagle's wings. And just as I became assured, my lame foot be speedily cured, the music stopped, and I stood still, and found myself outside the hill, left behind against my will, to go now limping as before, and never hear of that country more. Alas, alas for Hamelin, there came to many a burgher's pate a text which says at heaven's gate, opes the rich at his easy rate, as an eel's eye takes cameling. The mares in east, west, north, and south, conquered the piper by word of mouth, wherever was men's lot to find him, silver and gold to his heart's content, if only he'd return the way he went, and bring the children behind him. But when they saw 'twas lost endeavor, and piper and dancers were gone forever, they made a decree that lawyers never should think their records dated duly, if after the day of the month and year, these words do not as well appear. And so long after what happened here, on the 22nd of July, 1376, the better in memory to fix the place of the children's last retreat, they called it Piper Street, where anyone claimed pipe or tabor was short for a creature loses labor, nor suffered they hospital or tavern, shocked with mirth the street so solemn. And opposite the place of the tavern, they wrote the story on a column, unknown great church window painted, the same to make the world acquainted how their children were stolen away. And there it stands this very day. And I must not admit to say, in Transylvania there is a tribe of alien people who ascribe the way and dress of which their neighbors lay such stress to their fathers and mothers having risen out of some subterranean prison into which they were trepanned a long time ago in a mighty band out of Hamlin towns and Brunswick land, or how or why they don't understand. So, Lily, let me and you be wipers of scores out with all men, especially pipers. And if they should pipe us free from rats, from mice, if we promise them aught, let us keep our promise. That was a Pied Piper of Hamelin by Robert Browning, as you all should know by now. Hey, good morning. Sorry, I was a little busy there, distracted doing my job. I was distracted by my job there, sorry. Oh, thanks. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Oh, Twitter. Why are you so vulgar? Okay, we got one batch in the crate, 3 in the oven and 1 in the pot. Yeah, multitasking. It's a requirement of this job. It's totally, it's all under control. Yeah, it's under control. Do dogs eat bagels? Yeah, I think a dog, I'm pretty sure a dog would eat a bagel. Yeah, a dog would probably love a bagel. They have egg in them, and I don't know if you should feed a dog a bagel. I mean, they would love to eat one, I'm sure, but I don't know if you'd actually want to give one to it. Oh, really? We should make it. Oh, I guess we can make a dog. We should make a dog bagel here, though. I don't know what would you put in a bagel for a dog. You probably wouldn't want to bake it in the same oven, though. Chopped liver, yeah. Squid. Chopped liver and squid. That sounds awesome. That is the new bagel flavor of the year. Chopped liver and squid bagel. Sounds delicious. I haven't put bagels in, have I? Yeah. Oh, yeah. My dog bones, yeah. You definitely wouldn't want to bake those in the same oven as the bagels you serve to humans, though. So that might be a problem. It might be a problem. We need another oven, I think, so. Yeah. I don't think you want to be baking chopped liver and squid bagels in the same oven. I mean, I don't think I would eat a bagel. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want that. I don't think that'll work out very well. Hey, welcome to the stream. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope this is interesting. No, I don't. I'm actually, I'm considering getting one, though. I'm looking at a 6-month-old plot hound. I don't know. Do you know anything about plot hounds? P-L-O-T-T. Apparently, they're an American breed. Yeah, I'm looking at a plot hound. It's 6 months or it's 6 weeks old. Still a puppy. He's at the BCS PCA in West Vancouver. They're a medium-sized dog. I read about them. I can't remember what they're sort of a cross between a hound and something else. Yeah. I haven't decided yet. I need to go to the BCS PCA and check it out. He's been there for a couple weeks now, and I sent an email yesterday. Yeah, I think they're smart dogs, but I think hound breed dogs can be challenging because they like they're hard to control, I guess. I'm not sure exactly. I don't have a lot of experience with dogs. I grew up on a farm, so my experience with animals is farm animals, so, which is different than a companion animal in a lot of ways. My first thought was he lied in every word, that hoary cripple with malicious eye, askance to watch the working of his lie of mine, and though scarce able to afford suppression of the gleed, at first it scored its edge at one more victim gained thereby. What else should he be set for with his staff? What save the waylay with his lies and snare? All travelers who might find him posted there. And asked the road, I guessed what skull-like laugh would break, what crutch can write my epitaph for pastime in the dusty thoroughfare. If at his counsel I should turn aside into ominous track which all agree hides the dark tower, yet acquiescently I did turn as he pointed, neither pride nor hope rekindling at the end described, so much as gladness some end might be. For what with my whole world wide wondering, what with my search drawn out for years, my hope dwindled into a ghost not fit to cope with that obstreperous joy successive bring. I hardly try now to rebuke the spring my heart made finding failure in its scope. As a sick man very near to death seems dead indeed, and feels begin and end the tears, and takes the farewell of each friend, and hears one bid the other go, draw breath freelier outside, since all is over, he saith, and a blow fallen no grieving can amend. While some discuss if near other graves be room enough for this, and when a day suits best for carrying the corpse away, with care about banners, scarfs, and staves, and still the man hears all and only craves, he may not shame such tender love and stay. Thus I had for so long suffered in this quest, heard failure prophesied so oft been writ, so many times among the band to wit, the knights who to dark towers search addressed their steps, the just to fail as they seem best, and all doubt was now should I be fit. So quiet as despair I turned from him, that hateful cripple out of his highway into the path he pointed. All the day had been a dreary one at best, a dim was settling into its close, yet shot one grim red leer to see the plain catch it astray. For mark, no sooner was I fairly found, pledged the plain after a pace or two, and pausing for back for the last few, over the safe road 'twas gone, Great plain all around, nothing but plain to the horizon's bound. I must go on, naught else remained to do. So on I went. I think I never saw such starved and noble nature. Nothing so, for flowers as well expect the cedar grove, but chortle and spurge according to their law, might propagate their climate with none to awe. You'd think a burr had been a treasure trove. No penury inertness in grimace, in some strange sort of worth of land's portion. See or close your eyes, said nature peevishly. In nothing skills, I can't help my case. 'Tis last judgment fire must cure this place, calcine its clods and set my prisoners free. If there pushed any ragged thistle stalk above its mates, its head was chopped. The bents were jealous else. What made the holes and rents in the dock harsh force leave? Bruised as to balk all hope of greenness. 'Tis a brute must walk, passing their life over the brute's intense. As for the grass, it grew as scarce as hair in leprosy. Thin, dry blades pricked the mud, which underneath looked beaded up with blood. One stiff, blind horse's every bone a stare, stood stupefied however he came there, thrust out past service from the devil's stud. Alive, he might be dead for aught I know, with red and kelp neck and strain, the rusty mouth is left there. I lost it. Alive, he might be dead for aught I know, with red gaunt and callop neck astrain, and shut eyes beneath the rusty mane. Seldom went such grotesqueness with such woe. I never saw a brute I hated so. He must have been wicked to deserve such pain. I shut my eyes and turned them on my heart, as a man calls for wine before he fights. I asked one draft of earlier happier sights. Ere fitly I could hope to play the part. Think first, fight afterwards, a soldier's art. One taste of old times sets all to rights. Not it. I fancied Cuthbert's reddening face beneath its garniture of curly gold. Dear fellow, till I almost felt him fold. An arm and mind fixed me to that place. They way he used. Alas, one night's disgrace. Oh, it my heart's new fire and left it cold. Giles then, the soul of honor, there he stands. Frank as 10 years ago when knighted first. An honest man should dare, he said he durst. Good, but the scene shifts. Thaw what hangman's hand pinned to his breast the parchment. His own band reads it. Poor traitor spit upon and cursed. Better this present than a past like that. Back therefore to my darkening path. No sound, no sight as far as the eye can strain. Will the night send a howlet or a badass? When something on the dismal flat came to arrest my thoughts and changed their train. A sun-willed river crossed my path, as unexpected as a serpent came, no tides congenial to the glooms. This, as it frothed by, might have been a bath of the fiend's glowing hoof, to see the wrath of its black eddies be spat with flakes and spumes. So petty yet so spiteful, all along low scrubby alders kneeled over it, drenched willows flung them headlong in a fit of rout despair, a suicidal throng, the river which had done them all the wrong, whatever that was, rolled by, deterred no whit. Which while I forded good saint how I feared to set my foot upon a dead man's cheek. Each step would feel the spear I thrust to seek, Apollo's tangle in his hair or beard. It may have been a water rat I speared, but ugh, it sounded like a baby's shriek. Glad was I to reach the other bank, now for a better country. Vain presage, who are the strugglers? What war did they wage? Whose savage trample could thus pad the dank soil to a plash? Toads in a poison tank, or wild cats in a red-hot cage. The fight must so seemed in now foul, sir. What penned them their full claim to choose? No footsteps leading through that horrid muse. None out of it. Mad druids set to work their brains, no doubt, like galley slaves to Turk. Pits for his pastime, Christians against Jews. As far as ever from the end, not in it. And more than that, a furlong on, why there? What bad use was that engine for, that wheel? A brake not wheel, that harrow fit to reel men's bodies out like silk. With all the air of prophet's tool, on earth left unaware of water sharpening its rusty teeth of steel. Then came some pull, then came some stub gown. Once of what next march you'd seen, now mirrored, desperate and done with soul fool finds bird, makes a thing and bars it, till his mood changes and off he goes, within a rude bog, clay and marsh, sand and stark black dearth. Now blotches rankling colored gay and grim, now patches where some leanness of the soils broke into moss or substances like boils. Then came a palsied oak, a cleft in him, a distorted mouth that splits its rim, gaping at death and dies while it recoils. As far as ever from the end, not in the distance but the evening not, point my footsteps further at the thought, great black bird, Apollyon's bosom friend, sailed past Nobita's wide wings dragon pen, that brushed my cap perchance the guide I sought. for looking up where I somehow grew. The plain had given place all round to mountains with such names to grace, mere heights and heaps now stolen in view. How thus they surprised me, solve at you. How to get from there was no clear case. Yet half I seemed to recognize some trick of mischief had happened to me. God knows when, in a bad dream perhaps. Here ended then progress this way, when in the very nick of giving up one more time came a click, as when this trap shuts, you're in the den. Burningly it came upon me all at once. This was the place, those two hills crouched like two bulls, locked horn in fight, while to the left tall Scout Mountain, Gunt's daughter dozing at the very dance, after a lifetime of training for the sight. What in the midst lay but the tower itself, with a round squat turret, built of brown stone without a counter, blind as a fool's heart, built of brown stone without a counterpart in the whole world. The tempest's mocking elf points to the shipman thus, the unseen shelf, he strikes on only when timbers start. Not see, because of night perhaps, why day came back for that. Behind it left the dying sunset kindled through a cleft. The hills like two giants in a hunting lay, chin upon hand to see the game at bay, then stab and end the creature to the heft. Not here, when noise was everywhere, it told, increasing like a bell, names in my ears, of lost adventurers, my peers. How such was strong, and such was bold, and such was fortunate, yet each of old. Lost, what moment now the woe of years. There they stood, ranged along the hillside, met to view the last of me, a living frame, for one more picture in a sheet of flame. I saw them and knew them all, and yet, dauntless, a slughorn to my lips I sat and blew, child rolling to a dark tower came. I was child rolling to a dark tower came by Pied Piper, by Robert Browning. By Pied Piper. The Pied Piper wrote that one for you. I'll take pineapple slices to go. I don't think we have pineapple slices here. Although bagels do sort of look like pineapple slices, I guess. Bummer. That was old Canada. You didn't know? yeah, I think I'm gonna shut down the stream in a moment. Thank you for watching. Thanks for all the hearts today. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow morning. Have an excellent morning. Thank you.